YouTube, it's Tamika, a new me 1109. I wanted to take a little time out to do a quick video response to Bandit Wendy's video. It's called I Want to Help You, I Care for You, I Believe in All of Us. And Wendy, you're right. I believe in all of us as well. And I do care for everybody who subscribes to me and who I subscribe to and who we've built relationships with online regarding our weight loss surgery and any other thing that we want to talk about in our lives. So, when I looked at your video, it sort of brought up a lot of feelings that I've had in the past as well, just looking at various videos and things like that. And there are times when I look at videos and I can't help but stop and wonder how much time people took out or how many tools they were given before they had surgery to actually work on their mind. I remember over and over in various classes, there was one particular nurse who had worked in the bariatric operating room for a very long time, and she was one of the people who did a few classes. And she continued to stress over and over again, we're doing surgery to your body, but we are not doing surgery to your mind. Over and over again. I heard that so many times, and I think that's very important. We had surgery. Our bodies were manipulated in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter what surgery you had. We're all different on the other side of our surgery than we were before we had surgery, which means we cannot eat the same things. We cannot eat the same way. We cannot have the same thoughts. And we cannot use food the same way that we did before. And when we find ourselves falling into those traps, our journey becomes more and more difficult. It took me a year from meeting with my surgeon to lose 11 pounds so that I can get to the point of actually getting a surgery date. Now, it didn't take me a year to lose 11 pounds. It took me a year to get my mind right. It took me time to go on vacations, on cruise ships for 7 days, and be inundated with food. And knowing that the next time I come on here, and I would intentionally take before pictures. Maybe I'll show you guys some. But I would intentionally take pictures and say, these are before pictures, because the next time when I get on this ship and go this way, I'm not going to look this way. It took some time for me to get my mind together, to know that I would have to occupy my time, find friendship in things that were outside of food. And I try really hard not to comment too abrasively sometimes, because I know, that saying, there but for the grace of God go I. And so I know that I am blessed. I know that, I feel like I have a decent mindset, a mindset that I have not had in a very long time as it relates to food. And I thank God for that. That's just me. But anyway, let me tell you a couple things that I do, or what I tell myself. I tell myself on a very regular and consistent basis that I am not going to fail. You did not let them roll you in that operating room and put 5 little holes in your body for you to fail. You are not going to have a stretched pouch. You are not going to have an eroded band because you've eaten and thrown up too much. You're just going to succeed. The other day I was talking to one of my friends, and they said, what happens if you gain weight? And I was like, thrown off, because gain weight? Why would I do that? Like, yeah, a couple pounds here and there. I'm quite sure my body will fluctuate, but like gain 10, 20, 30 pounds, inside of me, I don't have any room for that thought. I just don't. And I am starting, I'll be 7 months post-op from having my lap band surgery. But I still have tons of confidence in myself. I still know that I have armed myself with proper knowledge to be able to be successful. Now, something that I do a lot, I'll share something with you guys. Something that I do a lot in coaching, whenever we're goal setting, trying to establish goals, trying to identify things that are important in your life, is to write out why it's important. Why is this important for you to achieve? And I would ask you guys to do the same. Why is it or was it important for you to have weight loss surgery? What is it? Was it because you had some comorbidities? Was it because you wanted to be around longer and have a healthy life with your children? Was it that you were just tired of being fat and didn't want to be fat anymore? Whatever it is. And it's something different for each and every one of us. Write it out. Have it in front of you. Understand why it is that you chose to go this route. We all had a choice in weight loss surgery. We decided to lay on that table and actually have this surgery performed on our bodies. So, I would just say to you, put it in your face so that you know what it was, why. And then what steps are you willing to take in order to get you there? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to incorporate in your life? What is it? Understand the whys and the whats, and that'll help you get closer and be able to see that your goal is reachable and it'll make sense to you. You have to understand why and how this whole thing can make sense to you. And that's what I do on a regular basis. I know how I felt before losing weight. I'm 93, 95, something like that, pounds lighter. I had these favorite pair of Coach flip-flops that I bought one summer years ago. Love, love, love them, and I wore them everywhere. And by the end of the summer, my back, my feet were just totally out of shape. It was a mess. And you know what? I reached in my closet over the weekend. I pulled out those flip-flops and I wore them all weekend. Nothing hurts. My feet don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. Why? Because I'm not bearing down all that weight on those shoes like that. Those are the small things that I appreciate. Those are the small non-scale victories that I look forward to in my life. My daughter wrapping her arms around me, and every time she's hugging me, she goes, "Mommy, my arms are going further and further around you." Those are the things that I look forward to. What are you looking forward to when you, or as you get closer and closer to your goal weight? What is going to excite you the most? Think about all those things, and I think that will help when we're in situations where we've eaten and we're not hungry and we don't feel satisfied. If we remember the whats and the whys, I think that'll help take that mental head hunger away. I promise you. But if we're sitting and we don't really necessarily keep it in our face at all times, we will have distractions and the head hunger will get to us and we will end up overeating, mindless eating, aimlessly eating. It will happen, I promise you. So, I love all you guys just as much as Wendy does, and trust me, I have lots of tips that I can share with you, but there are times when I see videos and I see people that are broken and I just I walk away. But more and more these days, I'm feeling like I have a responsibility. Just like I'm sure Wendy felt like she had a responsibility to make that video, I feel like I have a responsibility to open my mouth and share things with you guys. So until next time, talk to you later. Bye.